Hey there. Tonight I'm taking you somewhere you might think you know. But trust me, after this, you'll see it in a very different light. Welcome to Tucson, Arizona, a city famous for its sunlit desert landscapes, historic buildings, and warm nights filled with the sounds of nature. But Tucson isn't just known for its beauty and charm. Beneath the surface lies a hidden layer, one that most visitors never even think to look for. You see, Tucson holds secrets, ones that only come to life when the sun goes down. Tonight, we're not talking about desert trails or the Old West. No, we're exploring the places where shadows linger a little too long, where the past feels strangely present, and where you might hear footsteps echoing in an empty hallway. These aren't just ghost stories whispered over a campfire. The tales you're about to hear are real, pulled straight from people who've had encounters they'll never forget. These places are different. There's an intensity here, a dark energy that isn't just legend or superstition. So consider this your warning. What you're about to hear are stories from places in Tucson where spirits roam, history refuses to rest, and if you listen closely, you might feel the chill of something lurking. Ready? Let's begin. Imagine yourself sitting in the Grand Fox Theater. The lights are dimmed, the whispers of the audience fade, and anticipation hangs in the air as the show is about to begin. But then, a strange thought slips into your mind. Are you really alone? The Fox Theater, built in the 1930s, has always had a certain mystique about it. People say this theater isn't just home to performers and audiences, it's also home to something else. There are stories of ghostly giggles echoing through the empty aisles and strange shadows moving in the dark. Some patrons have felt a chill as if someone were breathing down their necks, only to turn around and find nothing. Staff and patrons alike have witnessed figures on the balcony, just standing there watching. But when they look back a second time, the figures have vanished. And then, there's the sound of footsteps echoing through the empty hall, each step faint but distinct, as if someone is pacing restlessly, never finding peace. Could it be the spirit of a performer who never left the stage? Or a member of the audience who couldn't bear to leave their favorite seat? In this theater, the curtain may fall, but the presence, it lingers. Now, let's move to the Pioneer Hotel, a place forever marked by a tragic fire that took 28 lives. In December 1970, the hotel was engulfed in flames, trapping guests and staff, leaving many unable to escape. They say that loss like this leaves a stain, and some believe that a few souls never left that day. Reports from guests and employees tell of cold spots that appear out of nowhere, places where the air itself seems to freeze, making you feel like you're suddenly not alone. Electronics flicker, light bulbs burst, and strange voices echo through the hallways. Voices that sound human, yet somehow distant. It's as if these spirits are trapped, wandering the halls, reliving their final, desperate moments over and over again. Is it the sorrow of that tragic day that binds them here? Or perhaps they don't know how to leave. If you ever find yourself here, take a moment to listen closely. The hotel might seem empty, but you might hear voices that are anything but silent. They say love never dies, but here at El Tiradito it seems love has taken on a darker form. Known as the Wishing Shrine, this place has a tragic story rooted in passion and betrayal. Long ago, a man was killed here in a fit of passion, and his spirit, they say, is still bound to this place. Locals come to El Tiradito not only to pay respects, but to leave offerings, candles that flicker in the night, whispers of wishes and secrets scribbled on bits of paper. They believe the spirit of the wronged lover can hear them, that he might even grant their wishes, but only if he feels their sincerity. Some say that at night, if you're quiet enough, you can see his shadow lingering near the shrine, watching over those who visit. Others claim to have felt a presence, something lingering in the air, as though their whispered words have been heard by something beyond. So, if you ever visit, remember, the spirits here are listening, and they may answer. Next up is Hotel Congress, famous for its ties to one of America's most notorious outlaws, John Dillinger. But Dillinger's shadow isn't the only one haunting these walls. This hotel is alive with other, more mysterious presences. Guests and staff have shared chilling stories of shadowy figures drifting down the hallways, footsteps that stop just before they reach your door, and cold hands that seem to grip your shoulders out of nowhere. One guest swore they heard a whisper just as they were falling asleep, only to jolt awake and find no one there. Some say these spirits belong to guests who checked in and never checked out. Could it be they're here to watch over the outlaw who once hid among these walls? Or maybe it's just the restless energy of a building so steeped in history, where every corner feels like it holds a secret. Finally, we reach San Xavier del Bac, known as the White Dove of the Desert. This historic mission isn't just a place of worship, it's a place where the sacred meets the spectral. Built centuries ago, this mission has a long history, and with history like that comes spirits. Stories tell of a ghostly nun wandering the grounds, appearing at night with a sorrowful gaze. Some visitors have seen her in the shadows, moving silently through the corridors. Others have reported the eerie presence of children, perhaps from a tragic fire that occurred long ago, still lingering in the chapel, leaving tiny footsteps and faint laughter in their wake. Visitors have described a chill sweeping over them, an invisible presence that fills the air, making them feel as if they've walked into someone or something. Are these spirits protecting this holy site, watching over those who come in faith? Or are they trapped here, unable to find peace even in a place as sacred as this? And there you have it, a glimpse into Tucson's haunted side, where history isn't content to stay buried and the past seeps into the present in the most chilling ways. These places aren't just old buildings or ancient shrines. They're time capsules of fear and longing, places where spirits seem bound to the land, caught between what was and what still lingers. So, here's the real question. Would you dare visit these haunted locations? Would you walk the dark aisles of the Fox Theater, wander the eerie halls of the Pioneer Hotel, or whisper a wish at El Tiradito Shrine? Or would you leave these spirits undisturbed, letting them rest, or not, in the shadows of Tucson? But be warned, if you ever do go looking, remember, in a place as old and storied as Tucson, not every spirit rests in peace. Sometimes they're watching, waiting, just out of sight. If you're captivated by tales like these and want more haunted histories and terrifying stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share your own eerie encounters in the comments below. Who knows, maybe you've brushed up against the supernatural yourself. There are always more stories waiting to be told, and perhaps more than a few spirits who aren't entirely done with us yet.